Serving with heart means having just a tremendous amount of love for the community, being able to be out and serve and help people and really just provide as much support and safety to the residents and the merchants and the visitors of San Francisco. I had the tremendous opportunity to do that here at Central Station when I was the captain, and also work very closely with TEL Hi, with the elderly, with the youth. Just serving, being available, and being responsive is having a servant's heart. I really enjoyed the portion of work where I could just stop and talk with the community and talk with the neighbors and the merchants and the residents, and really got to know the community so very well, including the community here at TEL Hi, because I knew that when things went bad, eventually they would, maybe in the community something would happen, that they would call the police department. They would call me as the captain. They would call me when I was on command staff or as the assistant chief, and we would do everything we could to help them. And I feel like those special moments with the community and having those conversations meant that we were ready to work together and roll up our sleeves when we needed to later on. One particular incident that stands out over 33 years was when I first became the captain at Central Station in May of 2014. There was a young 2-year-old with a family that was at Fisherman's Wharf. The family was from Utah. And the child was in one of those shops that had a bunch of statues. And the statue fell over on the 2-year-old. And the 2-year-old was brought to the hospital and died. And the family was on vacation with 3 other children. And I remember that moment as a captain. And to this day, I can remember how I felt and what I went through. And so I was able to get to the hospital, and I was able to grab this family, and I was able to get them to a hotel. And thanks to our Police Officers Association, I was able to get them in a hotel room and to support them and facilitate this terrible process. And you can see to this day, I'm emotional about that because it was a heartbreaking situation for this family 12 years ago. And that kicked off my experience working at Central Station. And for the next 3 years, I was able to hopefully affect the lives of others and really role model for the police, who, by the way, have some of the greatest police officers in the city working at Central Station. And so I feel like I made a difference in that family at that moment, in their worst moment. And thankfully, I had many moments like that. And I feel like those special moments with the community and having those conversations meant that we were ready to work together and roll up our sleeves when we needed to later on. And to me, that's everything. It warms my heart to do that because that's what I signed up to do in this job. I could have done other things. I could have had other professions. I chose this profession because it really made me feel good that I could help other people. That's what when I started at age 21, that's what I meant to do. And 33 and a half years later, as I left the department, that's what I feel like I accomplished.
David is one of the most accessible and kind human beings. I saw that repeatedly when he was captain at Central Station and later on as he promoted through the ranks. But he knows people in the neighborhood by name. He knows their family. He's concerned about them. He will always pick up his phone. Congratulations, David. This award is certainly deserved by you. And you've always been a role model and one that I admire, and I admire your commitment to faith, service, and family. Thank you.
The reason David Lazar is universally respected in every community in this city is because he's earned it. It's amazing that one person can make so much change, but David Lazar has, in many ways, single-handedly been able to get all sorts of unlikely characters and actors in our society to trust the San Francisco Police Department, and he's made good on his promises. That's actually leading with heart, being a part of the community. He knew about what was going on in everybody's families' lives. He called on people's birthdays, and he was as involved in the Chinese community as he was, and as he became a leader within the department in the African American community, in the Latino community. Just amazing how he just dove into, not with any preconceptions, but I mean, he threw his heart into every corner of San Francisco. Congratulations, David Lazar. You deserve that, and you deserve this award and much, much more.